Thank you. Tommy, with the third quarter touchdown, could you kind of walk through what you saw on the pass? I think it was about 60 yards. You had some pressure. You stepped up and then threw it. I think so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so just play design. We had a couple guys that we wanted to attack in the secondary. O-line do what they were supposed to do. Running backs do what they were supposed to do. All the other receivers do what they were supposed to do. And the play just worked out just how we drew up. Threw the ball up for the receiver. Tristan made an awesome catch. Touchdown.
Tommy, I won't lie, you're a little bit faster than I thought you were. The early success you had in the run game, how much did that kind of help with your confidence later on?
Well, it helps a lot. I mean, I've always been saying in the past, I'm definitely a throw first, but I can run if I have to. Definitely had to use that today to help the offense move the ball.
Third row on the left.
Tommy, what happened on that pitch to Mo Neal? Was that just a miscommunication?
No, it was just, I think, a focus thing. Just got to be cleaner with it. Cannot have that happen.
Eric, second row on the right.
Aaron, we talked over the summer about you kind of working on your route running. You want it to be like a jack of all trades, kind of tight end. In a game like this, how gratifying is it to, because you always block, like coaches told me, but how gratifying is it in a game like this to kind of flex that receiving muscle?
So, yeah, I mean, it felt good to, finally get out, score my first touchdown in the dome. That was awesome, but the reason some of that stuff opened up was the O-line and how we were running the football. And so, I mean, I owe those guys everything. They were really getting movement up front, losing me in the play action, losing me in the pass game, and just open opportunities, had to take advantage of it.
Nico, all the way in the back.
For Tristan, I mean, a couple possessions in a row there, two huge, touchdown receptions, obviously, to kind of give you guys some room there. What does that do for the team? Obviously, you're always confident, I know that, but like the momentum, the morale, how you guys are feeling when you guys break two huge plays like you did earlier there?
It's definitely a momentum change in those plays, but after that, defense still have to come on the field and do their job, and I think they did after those two plays, and that's what the game about. It's a team game, and so I'm glad I can be a part of it.
Mark at the left.
A question for Tommy. Can you talk about how you guys kind of finished this game off? They cut it to 5. They had the ball, chance to go down and take the lead. Your defense got to stop, and then you guys scored. How important was it to kind of land that blow there?
That was huge for sure. With a team like that, that's a bend but don't break team. I know they emphasize that a lot. Can't let them come back in the game, kind of how they did last year. Towards the end, they started to try to come back. So to be able to put those points up on the board like we did and just give the final blow, that meant a lot.
Tommy, what made this such a successful day for you guys offensively, on the ground and in the air?
Just attention to detail, like I just heard Coach say before. This week of practice, we took advantage of everything. For myself, just trying to get the balls out to the playmakers like Tristan, Nakeem, Sean, Taj, just trying to get them the ball and let them make plays, and that opens up the run game a lot. So for everybody just doing their job and paying attention to the little details is what made today as good as it was, but there's still a lot of meat on the bone, and I think that we could be a lot better.
Any questions for Tristan?
Well, we'll start with Tom. This is really for all of you, but we'll start with Tommy. You can go down. I know you guys block out a lot of the noise, but after a couple losses like that, what is it like to come out here and play the way you did, have a moment of adversity, and pull away for the victory, getting back on track? What does that mean to you guys?
It means a lot. Football is all about adversity and how you respond to it. So to be able to have those two losses and to be able to come back this week and produce and hold our own, so to say, in the dome means a lot. Just shows how much character we have in the room and how everybody's unselfish and not trying to be about themselves, but to be about the team and to get the victory in the end of the day.
I can agree. I couldn't agree more. That was perfect.
100%, I'm with it.
Brandon in the middle.
So the defense had a lot of takeaways, 3 fumbles recovered, an interception, 4 turnovers on downs. How does that feel as the offense, knowing that the defense has your back and gives you more opportunities?
For sure, it's awesome. I mean, to be able to have a defense to give us, how many turnovers was it?
3 fumble recoveries, an interception, 4 turnovers on downs.
How many points do we score?
Yeah, we scored off a couple of those, but just to be able to give us that field position and to have a change in momentum, like you said before, when the crowd gets involved, and that just really just breaks another team. So to be able to have them to do that for us, that's awesome, and it definitely makes our day a lot easier.
Tristan, obviously career day, over 100 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. How did you go into this week preparing in comparison to the other weeks throughout the course of the year?
Just working harder, put this in the past, we got a game here Saturday in the Dome again, and just the hard work that we got to put in every single week to get better, and so that's really it.
As for Tommy, you guys really executed in the red zone today, the pitch to Aaron and then getting him on the second touchdown, the out route. What went into that this week, and what confidence does it give you to be able to execute in the red zone, especially compared to maybe how the first few games went?
Right, so I think you can look at it the most, especially from last week. We did not score in the red zone. We had 2 opportunities. One was on me, and one we just offensively, we couldn't put it together. So that was a big part, like I said before, just paying attention to the little details. That's what it comes down to in the red zone. You know, the looks are always going to be different because defense doesn't have to protect as many yards. So just offensively, just do your job, do your 1/11th, and just score. Find a way to score.
What do you see on that second touchdown? It seemed like Elmore, the other guy, going out there?
Right. So Elmore was the first read. There was 3 or 4 dudes that jumped on him, and Hag was wide open in the end zone.
Tommy, Coach just talked about your growth throughout the season, and earlier in the week, he took us through each interception and explained them, talking about your growth in those. How do you think this game shows where you are as a quarterback developing in your starting role?
Right. It just shows that I'm willing to learn from anything, from any opportunity that I'm given, whether it's good or bad. You always can learn from it. There's always something that you could do better or something that you've got to just sit back and watch. So, I mean, just for myself, just keep pushing myself day in and day out. Don't listen to the outside noise. Just be the best teammate that I can.
Back here. Question for Tristan and Tommy. We'll start with Tristan, though. Earlier in the season, guys talked about what this offense could do when it actually got into rhythm. Today was more of an example of that. Is this kind of what this team can be, where everybody's getting involved in the passing game, running game, and obviously you guys had a lot of success overall?
I think we showed a little bit of what we can do. We had a lot of misplays out there, a lot of mistakes we have to clean up, and so I think this was the first phase of everybody seeing what we can do as an offense and move the ball as a whole.
I agree 100%. I mean, yeah, there were a lot of good, but there was also a lot of bad. We should have a lot more points up on the board, especially in the first half. I think we left a lot of meat on the bone. But just like I said before, it's just a learning moment. Just be able to go back and watch film and see what we did better from last week and see what we need to be even better for going into next week.
Final question, Sal? This is for all 3 of you guys, but it certainly looked like the offense was moving a little bit quicker this afternoon. Did you have that feeling? And if you did, is there a reason why you think you were moving a little bit with more tempo?
Right.
We'll start with Tommy and go down the line, Tommy.
Right, so that was a big emphasis for Coach this week. He mentioned that to me, and I kind of took that as a shot to myself, being the leader of the offense and dictating how fast we go. So all week in practice, we worked on that. And as far as game time, just getting the balls out to the playmakers, like these guys up here, just getting them the ball and letting them do what they do. So that was a big part of it, and I think that helped us be more successful on offense.
Yeah, to piggyback on Tommy, we worked hard this week in practice of trying to go faster and listening to Tommy to be more in control of the offense throughout the week made us go faster and just trusting him and the offense. So I think we did a pretty good job with that tonight.
Yeah, I think today we were able to get drives started. Being able to get that first down, second first down, and get the drive started allows us to push tempo. So, I mean, going out there and just not going 3 and out and giving the ball back allowed us to establish tempo and get things rolling today.